Episode 2 of Never Give Up, Anomaly, Trials, doing a carry, my boy Ninja 12 Coco helping me carry a viewer named Bong Boy. Oh my god, I got farmed the first 3 rounds, it's not even funny. Going straight into the game, I was already tilted because we were coming off of a really hard loss where I made a lot of really sloppy, silly mistakes where I just was frustrated with myself for not being a consistent good player like I should be, especially when I'm doing trials carries. I really should have shaken that off and progressed and just focused on the new game immediately, or at least taking time before the next game started if I needed it. But instead we went straight into the next game. I wasn't mentally prepared to play seriously. I was tilted already at the start of the game and I just YOLO rushed into 3 dudes for no reason. And that kind of forces my team into a 2v3, which statistically is never a good option, so it basically costs us the round. The lesson to learn there is make sure you're not already at a tilted mindset before the game even starts.
That's a shame, Guardian. I believe in you, Guardian. Dig deep.
God, I really wish I had a shotgun out right here. Honestly, there's no real reason for me to pop up to the catwalk here, the primary out. The best case scenario is I'm going to get 1 or 2 shots off and then they're just going to hide behind the corners and I won't be able to kill anybody anyway, so what's kind of the point? I don't have a grenade to follow up on any damage I do to the head or anything. My teammates weren't really positioned to effectively be able to finish somebody off if I got them weak. So honestly, I have no real big win here. It's kind of just unnecessary exposure to a potential guy just aping right at me with a shotgun. Like this guy, right in front of me. I wanted to shotgun him back so bad. That nade was a scare tactic. Definitely. The reason why this round seems to be taking forever is because I've completely lost confidence in myself. Came off of a hard loss that was a lot of my mistakes causing it. First round I completely gave up for free and I know it. It was definitely my fault. In this round I died right off the bat. I got the res for it, it's back to the 3v3, but I made a poor decision and I got punished for it. Luckily we were able to get back to a 3v3, but the other team isn't that great, so they don't really know how to pressure or do anything, make any plays. They're probably waiting for the nade charges to get stickies again. I'm just sitting here not having confidence, hoping my teammates get a pick or something so I can collapse on that. So kind of just do this awkward standoff for a long delayed round. Luckily Ninja gets a quick body shot and I can finish it off really fast. Thank God somebody on my team got an initiation and a pick for us. Sweet. Now I'm thinking, alright, let's get some momentum going. I try to force the tempo a little bit too hard, and I end up falling for a really obvious bait. Guy got weak, backpedaled out of the situation. Other guy was just hovering the doorway with a shotgun. I tried pushing through to finish. The guy got weak. Wasn't paying attention to the radar. Was not reading the situation properly. And I once again made a mistake, hindering my team, further diminishing my confidence.
Team was eliminated. What's a few points between you and victory? Onwards.
Freaking stickies.
You will come back from this death. It's what Guardians do.
Literally my entire team died of stickies that round. That's insanely tilting.
Heavy ammo inbound. heavy ammo available.
Guardian down.
Alright, so this situation is basically just unlucky. Sometimes people say they're just unlucky in games, and most of the time they're usually not true. However, right now, I'm unlucky. I'm in a really difficult situation where they have a Blade Dancer on heavy with both of the orbs on the field. One guy was weak and ran away from Catwalk into Diamond, so I'm not that concerned about that guy. And I'm placed into a spot of having two options. One, I can go try kill the guy on Diamond, and then do like a 2v2 when they have heavy. Or two, I can ignore the guy who's weak running away to Diamond, try to grab the heavy before the Blade Dancer double backs for me, and then try to use that heavy to make a big play or something like that. It's not super realistic to just go up to a Blade Dancer and just try to beat them. I know everybody has like the memes on it and stuff, and it's kind of realistic that Blade Dancers do die very often, but it's usually to team shots or to like a trade or something like that. There's a lot of options I had still, of course, but I thought that the best option would be to rush for the heavy and make a play with heavy ammo. It didn't work out.
Loss is common in the Crucible. Let it
This is the
compel.
moment I thought, you know, we might just lose this one, and we might have to reset the cards. Shucks. But of course, we'll continue trying, because I really hate just dropping around. I always try until the end. And this is the moment I remembered I have solid teammates and Ninja's pretty good at sniping. And oh yeah, we have supers. Those basically win rounds for us.
Guardian down. Guardian down.
You're all that remains.
And this is the best moment for our turnaround. This is the moment I realized these guys aren't that great. They fall for very simple baits, apparently. The classic, I'm going to revive my buddy, you're going to try to keep the revive down, and I'm going to murder you while you try to kill my buddy. Works most of the time. He has self-res, but I have an aggressive ballistics
Weapons
matador
down. This
with a
fight is
warlock
over.
melee.
This is match point, Guardians. Last chance.
Kobe!
2 for 1.
Hey, they have no primary game. He still has self-res.
Take this moment.
Scared
in.
to use it.
You earned it. Match point. Don't let this one slip away.
Alright, so this round gets a little bit hairy. I stay for a little bit too long in a primary exchange with a minor multi-tool in my palindrome. I get him weak. He kills me, of course, because he's long range. I shouldn't be there fighting with palindrome. However, Bong Boy comes in clutch, finishes him off sick. Ninja goes and gets a kill as Bong Boy activates his hammers. Not the most ideal time, but you know what? I'll take it. And it kind of worked out because Ninja got killed right after. So in a 1v1, we were originally telling Bong Boy to get my res to force a 3v1, but then Ninja died. If
All
Bong
enemies
Boy takes the time to get my res, then his hammers will be almost out, and it'll be a 2v2. So what we would do instead is say, dude, just go and slay. So he does, which is awesome. And then we constantly remind him that the self-res is right next to him, so watch out for it. And the guy still doesn't self-res.
Guardian down.
Hey, he finally self-res, and I call out exactly where it is and where he's going the entire time. I'm not entirely sure how they kill that Radiant Skin dude, but I'm pretty sure it's something to do with
Enemy
like a
team
headshot from the No Land Beyond with Ninja, and then like max range shotgun shot from Bonk Boy. We brought it back to 4-4. This is our round. Let's close it out. Ninja lets me know that he has a storm. We advise that he needs to be mindful of a tether. So I try to make pressure happen, ideally kill the tether guy on their team, and try to find a way of making that Stormcaller useful in this last round. I delay the push into elbow because there's a risk that they'll just all double back and just force a 3v1 against me, and I basically just die in that situation. But I also still try to push forward as fast as I can to help the team, as they're probably pushing cargo. And they did. I was able to get them all a little bit weak to get an assist on all 3 kills with Ninja, 12 Coco Storm, and a really slick No Land Beyond shot while tethered.
Your opponents lie broken in your wake. Another battle won. On to the next fight.
That win felt really freaking good, especially coming off of a loss and such a tragic start to that game. Thankfully, Ninja came out really big and played very well consistently the entire game. Bongo came in very clutch when we needed him, and thankfully I was able to get my head back in the game, recover myself mentally, and remember that I need to never give up.